So I had someone reach out to me and tell me that their doctor told them during a pregnancy ultrasound that their baby had their umbilical cord wrapped around their neck. And because of this, a C-section was going to be the safest way for the baby to come out of the womb. I also hear women talking about their emergency or unplanned C-sections, and the explanation that their doctor gave them was that their baby's cord was wrapped around their neck. Now, when we picture a baby with something wrapped around their neck, it seems logical that this would be dangerous. But when it comes to the umbilical cord, it's not only common, but it's also not usually dangerous. In this video, I'm talking about the common misconception about the umbilical cord being wrapped around the neck being inherently dangerous. First of all, nuchal cords happen to about 20 to 30% of births. A nuchal cord means that the cord is wrapped fully around baby's neck. The longer a baby is in the womb, the more likely that they will have their cord wrapped around their neck. And this makes sense because as they're doing their flips and turns in the belly, they'll likely get tangled in their cord, and then as they get bigger, those flips become more challenging. Their cord will stay looped around their neck, and then they're born with it. Sometimes the cord can be wrapped around the neck a couple of times, and while this sounds like it's dangerous, it's typically not something we need to fear, and we're going to talk about why. The first thing to remember is that baby is not getting their oxygen by breathing. They are getting oxygen through their umbilical cord, so obstruction around their neck is not necessarily going to impact oxygenation. The second thing to note is the design of the umbilical cord. Within the umbilical cord, there is something called Wharton's jelly. This jelly surrounds the single vein and two arteries that transport blood, nutrients, and oxygen from the placenta to the baby via the umbilical cord. This Wharton's jelly protects these vessels when the umbilical cord is compressed or twisted so that the vessels remain open and allow the flow of nutrients and oxygen to baby. So just because the umbilical cord is wrapped around baby's neck does not automatically mean that baby is in danger or a vaginal birth will be unsuccessful. In fact, nuchal cords are a very normal part of birth and can be resolved if there is a complication with it. Now, what complications can nuchal cords create in labor? Let's talk about it. The first complication is that sometimes if baby is really wrapped up in their cord, it causes it to shorten and can make the descent through the pelvis as well as the actual birth a little more challenging, or result in labor being longer because the cord is limiting baby's downward descent. If baby's head is born with the cord wrapped around them, making their birth more challenging, a provider can sometimes put their finger under the cord, loosen and unwrap it over baby's head, or once baby is born, the provider can keep baby's head close to mama's thigh and let baby kind of somersault down and then unwrap the cord without causing further tension on the cord. I've been asked if there are certain movements mom can do to essentially untangle the baby from their cord during pregnancy, and the answer is no. There is nothing that can be done to prevent a nuchal cord or unwrap it before birth. But if they do have their cord around their neck, it's usually not problematic. Another complication that can occur is decreased heart rate from baby during delivery. This happens if oxygen flow in the nuchal cord does become reduced during contractions. However, it's important to know that even if there is a decreased heart rate during contractions, most babies will be born healthy. Providers will still be careful to monitor baby and should discuss next steps if baby's heart rate doesn't come back to normal between contractions for a period of time. But bottom line of all of this is that cords around babies' necks are very normal and does not automatically mean that your baby is in danger. This is thanks to the special design of the umbilical cord and the Wharton's jelly that it contains to allow the vessels to keep their structure even when twisted, tangled, or compressed. If you like this video and you want to learn more about how to have a happier, healthier, and easier birth, check out my Built to Birth program in the description below. Thanks for being with me in this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.